Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday, August 5th, and I'm back looking at the Monday slate of games in the MLB. We're going to be taking a look at the Kansas City Royals going up against the Red Sox as the first play, and then the best play of the day is going to be a match between the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals. 4 total player props today, 2 best player props will be towards the end of the video. It is the start of the week on Monday. Set the tone for this week, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's take a look at this graphic recap from Sunday night. Swept the board. A little sweep here. All green, looking good. Phillies on the money line going up against the Mariners. 1-0 game for what felt like forever. Brandon Marsh, little sandlot catch in the outfield. His center field just put his glove up, and the ball just appeared in his mitt. 1-0 game at the time, and the Phillies put on 5 more runs to settle that one up for us. So we did win the Phillies on the money line. Brian Reynolds over 1.5 bases, a double and a single in this game going against the D-backs, both of them late in the game. Justin Steele, he just finished up under 2.5 runs. They took him out with 2 outs in the seventh inning. Top 7th inning. He threw 99 pitches. I was a little bit concerned because there was an error and then he allowed a walk. So I was hoping the bullpen didn't allow that run. They did not. So he did go under 2.5 runs. The Orioles, first 5 minus 0.5. Not the way I thought we would win it, but we did take it 6-5 in favor of the O's. So we did take that one. Adley Rutschman, again, not how I thought it was going to happen because apparently I messed up on Gavin Williams. I thought he was a lefty. He's a righty. Maybe I just thought that he bats left, but Adley Rutschman did have a 2 RBI double against him, then another RBI single in the game. And then Alec Boehm, I mentioned the 5 runs for the Phillies in the 8th inning, I believe it was, hit a solo home run to left field. So we did go 6-0 on the day. Felt really good to get the sweep. 3-0 on the best bets, 1-0 on the game pick, 2-0 on the player props, 12-10 now over the last 7 games above 500 after the All-Star break. Let's do it again tomorrow. We're going to be looking at the Boston Red Sox going on the road to face off against the Kansas City Royals. The Royals, they are my hometown team, or they're at least close enough that I can call my hometown team. I usually don't like to take them because I'm biased towards them, and whenever I put money on them, it tends to not work out well for me. But I'm going to take them in this game at home on the money line going against the Red Sox. This is the best team, or one of the best teams in baseball whenever they're playing at home at Kauffman Stadium. They have the most wins by any team at home this year in the MLB with 36 wins. I'm looking for one more win in this game going up against the Red Sox. We're going to have our ace on the mound and Brady Singer, and he's been really good over the last 8 games, besides a few mistakes going up against both Sox teams, the White Sox and the Red Sox. This is going to be a rematch going up against the Boston Red Sox. He faced them on the road the last time 4 games ago. He was really bad in that one, gave up 4 runs, didn't even go 3 innings, but he did bounce back in a big way, going 3 consecutive games, going 7+ innings in all of those games, only giving up a total of 3 runs in the last 21 innings. He's coming in with a really good ERA, 2.88 and 1.16 whip. Those are his best numbers of his career in his 5th season with the Kansas City Royals, and I mainly just trust him in this game because he's going to be pitching at home. At home over the last 3 starts, he's been unstoppable. 21 in the 3rd innings, giving up just 2 runs off of 9 hits. He's going to go out there today and pitch very well going up against the Red Sox. And the Royals at home, they've got some really good numbers with their offense. They're going to have a chance to put up more runs in this game going up against James Paxton, who is back on the Boston Red Sox after the trade deadline. Paxton, he came over from the Dodgers. He was decent with the Dodgers in terms of wins this season. He had a record of 8 wins, only 2 losses, but he did give up 44 runs in 18 games with a 4.43 ERA with the Dodgers. In his first start with the Red Sox, it did not go as planned going up against the Mariners. He was not very good, gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, having a 6.23 ERA in that first game back with his former team. I expect him to struggle once again in this game because going into Kauffman Stadium, it's a tough place to play this season. The Royals, they should be able to give Brady Singer some run support as well because they've been one of the best scoring teams at home this year. Give me the Royals in this game on the money line as the play. For the player props on the screen, we're taking one guy and one guy only. Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals to go over 1.5 bases. Might have to play it up to 2.5 bases because he's been absolutely destroying sports books lately. This is the best player in baseball. It's been argued over the entire year, and you can make a case for a lot of guys out there, but specifically over the last 2 months of baseball, there's no better player than Bobby. Whenever you go up against Bobby at home in Kauffman Stadium, you might as well just intentionally walk him every single time. At home this season, 405 batting average, 41 extra base hits at home alone. This is going to be a left-handed match for him. He does hit lefties very well this season, hitting at 355. So I do expect him to continue to dominate, just like we've seen all season long for him, especially over the last 2 months. Paxton's also struggled a little bit with giving up too many hits over the last couple games, coming off a game where he gave up 6 hits in 4 innings. Love Bobby here, over 1.5 bases as the play. Let's go over to the best play of the day. We are going to be looking at the San Francisco Giants going up against the Washington Nationals. I've got a little bit of a brain disorder, we can call it, whenever I'm talking about the Nationals because I love them so much. At some point, you have to really look at yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, is it worth losing money on your favorite team? And the answer to the question that I always say back to myself is yes, of course. It's 100% worth it to watch the Nationals play baseball with money on them, even though I lose basically every single time. But since the trade deadline, there have not been very many teams that are worse than the Washington Nationals, even though I do think we finally have a lineup that can produce some runs. I'm not going to take the Nats on the money line in this game. I am going to take the over 9.5 runs scored in this game because we have the two best pitchers on the mound for runs given up. This one is going to be a little bit saucy with the math. So grab a calculator if you'd like to follow along. It's going to be Logan Webb on the mound for the San Francisco Giants going up against Patrick Corbin for the Washington Nationals. And Logan Webb clearly is the better player of the two because Patrick Corbin, he's ranked the worst starting pitcher in Major League Baseball this season, not by my ratings, but by the stats this season on Baseball Savant. He's the worst starting pitcher in baseball. The one thing that Logan Webb does struggle with this season is giving up too many hits, and he does give up the most hits in baseball, even more than Patrick Corbin. On the mound in this game, we have the number one guy, Logan Webb, and the number two guy, Patrick Corbin, giving up hits this season. Together, they've given up a total of 294 hits. They faced off against a total of 1,127 batters. Together, they have walked 75 people in the season as well. Plus the 294 hits, that has a combined number of 369. So that means between the two guys that we have on the mound today, the player in the batter's box has a 32.7% chance to reach base every single at bat. I know that both these teams are not the best hitting teams in the world, but whenever you're telling me I've got a 33% chance to reach base every time somebody new comes up to the plate, I'm taking my chances with the over. Give me the over 9.5 runs in this game as the play. For the player prop on the screen, I really like both these guys, but I settled with James Wood of the Nationals. Our best prospect to go over 1.5 bases going up against Logan Webb. Logan Webb, again, he is leading the majors in hits allowed this season, giving up 148, and he has given up 8+ hits in 3 of the last 5 games. I do think he's going to give up his fair share of hits in this game, and James Wood has been really good for the Washington Nationals. He's got a very good swing. He's good in the outfield. He's just a very exciting player to watch. The things that we know about Logan Webb is that he has a sinker and a changeup that he loves to throw. James Wood this season, he hits the changeup 554 on the season. He is also hitting right-handed pitching a lot better than left-handed pitching, having a batting average of 262. I like him in this game to take that changeup for a ride against Logan Webb. Give me the over 1.5 bases here as the graphic play. For the best player props of the day, we're going to be looking at Juan Yepez of the Washington Nationals going up against the Giants. I usually don't like to take player props with my best bet of the day on the game pick side, but again, Logan Webb's going to be on the mound, and while he's a very good pitcher this season, he does give up the most hits on the season. This is also going to be a really good match for Juan Yepez, the new addition to the Washington Nationals, because we finally sent down Joey Meneses. Thank you, Jesus. Looking at the numbers for him on the season at the MLB level with the Washington Nationals, he's been pretty good for us, coming in with a 330 batting average and going up against the left side. He has a batting average of 450, so he is making a big impact for this team, and this is going to be a matchup going up against the righty and Logan Webb. He does do well against the right side also. He's got a batting average of 301. I like him in this game because he's only had 73 at-bats going up against the right side. He does have 22 hits. 11 of those 22, 50% of them have gone for extra base hits. We're also going to see Logan Webb throw the sinker and the sweeper 60% of the time in this game, and those are the two best pitches that Juan is hitting this season. He's hit that sinker at a batting average of 364. The sweeper, he's hitting at 273. Logan Webb, again, he's given up 8+ hits in 3 of the last 5 games. I expect him to struggle in this one going up against the Nationals and Juan Yepez. Over 1.5 bases as the play there. For the pitching prop today, we are going to be looking at the Mets going up against the Cardinals. Give me Sean Manaea to go over his total hits as the play. Not a typical day for me on the player prop side. Usually I take the under 2.5 runs or the over 2.5 runs. But after a little bit of research, I realized that the Cardinals, while they don't hit left-handed pitching very well, they should do pretty well going up against Sean Manaea. For that reason, I'm going to take them to give up a lot of hits on the game going up against the Cardinals. Because the Cardinals on the season haven't been able to put up a lot of runs, I can't take the over runs. This number might come out a little bit less or a little bit more, but for right now, we're going to be rocking with the over 4.5 hits. And looking at the numbers for Sean Manaea on the season, he does have the sinker and the sweeper that he throws the most per game. And I think that's going to be trouble going up against the Cardinals. As you guys know from the last breakdown I did about the Cardinals, they don't hit the fastball very well, but this team loves to hit the sinker. They have 7 players in that starting lineup tomorrow that have a plus run value going up against the sinker. And the majority of these guys that are going to be in the game tomorrow, they also have a batting average above 250 going up against it, with 5 players having a batting average above 300. The pitch that Sean Manaea also throws the third most on the season, the changeup, he does actually struggle with that throwing it. He is giving up a batting average of nearly 300 on the season, and the Cardinals on the season are pretty good against the changeup as well. And the only problem the Cardinals have in this game that I can maybe see is they have a lot of swing and miss opportunities going up against that sweeper. If they can just lay off that pitch, take a couple more walks, I think they're going to put up a big number on Sean Manaea. I'm going to go over the total hits here for Sean as the play for the pitching prop. Let's go over to the graphic recap. We're going to be looking at the Royals on the money line going up against the Boston Red Sox. Bobby Witt Jr., same game, over 1.5 bases, played up to over 2.5. James Wood, over 1.5 bases going up against Logan Webb. Over 9.5 runs in that Giants and Nationals game as the best play of the day. Juan Yepez, over 1.5 base again in the matchup against Logan Webb. And then Sean Manaea, over 4.5 hits. I'll probably play it up to 5.5 hits. Nothing more than that. I got to assume it's going to be 4.5 hits as the play there. Guys, this is going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Monday, August 5th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.